everyone, I'm back to make some more soap. Tonight we're testing out 3 different oils from Indigo Fragrance, Maraschino Cherry, Jelly Donut, and Angel Food Cake. I'm going to attempt a Mermaid Tail type soap, and I'm gonna do my best to show you guys how I do this technique. It's gonna be my first time, so just bear with me. I have everything cooled down. My lye is cooled down and my oils are cooled down. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my gloves, set up the camera, and we're gonna get started. All right, like I said, I already have my lye cooled down and my oils cooled down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those 2 together. And we're gonna be testing out Maraschino Cherry, Jelly Donut, and Angel Food Cake. I'm going to be attempting a Mermaid Tail type design, and it's my first time trying it, so we'll see how it goes. Just gonna go ahead and stick blend. You may want to turn your volume down, it tends to get a little loud. Go ahead and add my coconut milk. Mad oils to the main batter just to lighten it up some. Now, I just want to move this out of the way. I'm going to section this off. And I'm going to do a little bit more here. So, in the main batter, I'm adding 1 ounce of Maraschino Cherry. And this will also be in the main batter, but I'm gonna color it Tahitian green. And this is gonna go 1 ounce of Angel Food Cake in that. I'm gonna go ahead and mix those up. Put my green in there. And then what I'm gonna do is an in the pot swirl. Now I'm not going to stick blend it because I don't want it to accelerate trace on me, and since I don't know how these oils work, I want to be able to control them as much as possible. Stir this one up. Angel Food Cake is a very yellow type of scent. So if you can see, let me see. You can see it kind of made my batter a darker green than I actually wanted it, but that's okay. We can work with it. Let's see if I have any more of the Tahitian green. Just pour this in a little here, just kind of all over, do a drop swirl type within the main batter itself. 2, 3. To make it for a nice little swirl. Get this out of the way. Now, I'm going to move my mold over and put the main portion in my mold. Now, with these scents, I'm looking for, make sure it doesn't rice, make sure color holds up, make sure scent holds up, that it doesn't seize my batch, that it doesn't accelerate trace, and the scent holds up. And it is holding up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in my mold. Now this will be the bottom portion. My spatula. All right, so that part is done. Let me just bang it out a little bit and get the air bubbles out. Now, I have 5 different colors here. I have white, I have Key West blue, I have purple, I have black oyster, and vibrant pink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the jelly donut portion to this part of the batter, stir it in, and then I'm going to add it to my colorants, and this is going to be the top portion of my mermaid fin. Just going to stir this in. Again, I'm looking to make sure it doesn't rice my soap, that it doesn't seize the batch, that it doesn't accelerate trace, that the color holds up and the scent holds up. Thank goodness for gloves. Got away from me. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna mix up these colors. I'm gonna go ahead and let the bottom portion of the batter firm up, and then I'll bring you back. All right, I went ahead and started the coloring process. It does take a little bit. It is a little bit tedious, but I'm going to show you what I do. So I have my colors all set up, and we're going to start next with the color blue for the 3rd row, and I just alternate colors. I do a little dot, and then I take my spoon and I make a little wispy design. So let me just set up the camera and I'll show you a row of how I do it. All right, so sorry for all the movement. I don't have a tripod to be able to lift this above my head. So we're gonna try to do this with one hand. So I go down the row and I make a little dot with the color that I want. So we go blue, and then we're gonna do, oops, sorry, purple, pink, And it's okay if you get a little bit all over the place because it'll cover it on the bottom. Black and then white. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for all the movement, but I really want to show you what I'm doing. And then we start all over again. We finish it up. We're going to go blue. Purple. Oops. Pink. Black. And then white. All right, so I made a row, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my spoon and I'm going to just push it into the color and sweep it outward. And I'll do it on this other blue too because I have to wipe each time. Push it in and then sweep outward. Sorry. And then you push it down, sweep outward. Push it down, sweep outward. Push it down, sweep outward. And make sure you wipe your spoon off so the colors don't mix. Push it down, sweep outward. 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 And push it down, sweep outward. And I will fill this whole thing up, and then the top, and then I'll put some glitter on top, and it'll look like a mermaid tail. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll bring you guys back to show you what it looks like at the end. All right, so here is the finished product. Ooh, look at it sparkle with all the glitter. This is my version of Mermaid Tail. Again, I used Maraschino Cherry, Angel Food Cake, and I showed you my technique, and I was testing out the 3 oils to check for ricing, to check for make sure it didn't accelerate soap, make sure the scent held up, and make sure the color held up, and it did. So we're just gonna set this aside, let it dry, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's cut. Thanks for watching. All right, so I unmolded the soap, and I used my 12 bar silicone mold. So I went ahead and just cut it along the lines that it gives me. And the top portion of my mermaid tail, it's supposed to represent scales, I think came out beautifully. I think it came out good for my first time. Now, the Maraschino Cherry and the Angel Food Cake is what I used in the main batter, and it did discolor. The Angel Food Cake was a Tahitian green, a Tahitian blue, and the Angel Food Cake fragrance oil was actually very yellow, so it turned it to a deep green, and as you can see, it's turned it to brown. And the Maraschino Cherry also, it was white, and it's starting to discolor as well. But other than that, there was no ricing, there was no acceleration of my soap, there was no seizing of the soap. It smells incredible, and the top portions of my color held up. The colored portion, I used jelly donut, and that seems to hold well with the white. The white has not discolored at all. But the white portion for the Maraschino Cherry and the green portion for the Angel Food Cake did discolor. So that was how they turned out. I'm really happy with them. I'm gonna go ahead, clean them up, and let them cure. Thanks for watching.